Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Elders Boxing. We're back with another one. We got this fight week coming up, you know what I'm saying, for October the 16th through the 19th. So we're going to go through some of these fight cards, man. Just let you guys know how you guys can catch them, you know what I'm saying, give a little breakdown and all that good shit. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. You can check me out on my social media scrolling across the bottom. So feel free to tap in. You know what I'm saying? All right. Cash Crypto, what's good with you, bro? Salute. Aisha in the building, what's good with you? Salute to you. What's up with y'all? All right, so we got a good fight week coming up. We're going to start with Pro Box. We got the return of Chris Colbert. He's going to face Omar Salcedo. So Salcedo, 19-1. He's training with Jose Benavidez Sr. So should be in some good shape. He's a pressure fighter, but I seen him box too. When he get pressure, he can box a little bit. So we'll see if Chris Colbert tries to employ that tactic. We know Chris Colbert coming off a crazy knockout loss. He probably should have lost maybe, I don't know. You can argue that he's 0-3 in his last 3 fights. You know, Hector Garcia, the first Rayo fight, and then the second Rayo fight. But this is a big fight for him, comeback fight. He got to win it to stay relevant for real, because he can still be in the mix in some good fights if he can win. So Salcedo is not an easy opponent. He's tough. He's strong. He can box. Like I said, he can box too. But I think he'll be better suited to come forward and try to press the action and try to test Chris Colbert, who got knocked out in his last fight. So, and I'm not sure how good is his punch resistance since getting knocked out. Kind of remind me of Rolly a little bit. But Rolly, he proved me wrong because he won his last fight. So maybe Chris Colbert, he may do the same. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the same type of doubts about him. But we're going to see. And you know, Pro Box don't play around with these matchups. So it should be a pretty good one for sure. My man TJ in the building. What's good with you, bro? I think it's the catch weight was 137. Both guys came in like 136 and some change. He said you can see a draw. Hey, I won't be surprised, bro. I won't be surprised. But I seen Salcedo, he fought Robert Garcia's fighter, man. I can't remember his name. Left hook Louis. Louis was pressuring him the whole fight. He was boxing. You know what I'm saying? And he actually won that fight. He beat Louis. So we'll see. So also on the card, we got a good fight right here at super featherweight, 130 pounds. So I can't pronounce his name, Erdenabach. Y'all know who he is, though. I call him the Mongolian Mole. He got that name because he was in Ryan Garcia's training camp in preparation for Gervonta Tank Davis. He was the one that hurt Ryan Garcia to the ribs, you know what I'm saying, to the body. But he's a good fighter, good boxer. He's a boxer puncher, but he's slick. I see why he brought him into camp for Tank. I mean, he's not on Tank's level, but he can fight. You know what I'm saying? He was an Olympian as well. He's facing the Dominican Francis Fortano. This another guy is real. He's solid too. He got one loss. He's gonna be the taller, rangier guy. But I like the Mongolian Mo. You know what I'm saying? He's alright. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good fight right there. That's a good fight. Pretty much 50-50. King Louis, yeah. Louis got skills, but he one dimensional though. He one dimensional. The Mongolian Mo, yeah. JC, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Yes, sir. And then there's one more fight. So Najee Lopez is on this card as well. But this one right here, I like this one too. This is a battle of up and coming prospect. Up and coming prospects. You got David Navarro. He's 6-1, but that one loss, it came in the bubble when he fought on Showtime undercard. He suffered a cut, and then that's how he got the loss. But he's a good fighter. He was a good amateur. And then Michael Gamble. He's managed by Jamel Herring. He's a solid fighter too. You know what I'm saying? So this one right here can go either way. So make sure you guys tap in ProBox TV, tap into YouTube, or if you have the app, feel free to tap in. You know, ProBox been going crazy. They've been going crazy this year. The mole, yeah, the Mongolian mole. That's him. Finally catching live. I appreciate you, bro. Salute to you. All right, we're gonna move on. So here's an underrated fight that I know nobody's talking about. This is in the Bridgerweight division. So it's October the 17th out there. I believe it's in Russia, I believe. But the champion, Muslim Gilzamedov, he just won the Bridgerweight title, the WBA Bridgerweight title. He's going to defend it against Leon Herf. So um, this division, really not much going on with it. The WBC has a new champion, Kevin Lerenian, because Lawrence Okola just vacated. So I don't know. But the most interesting thing about this card, though, you got Albert Bagaziev. Now, Albert Bagaziev is the mandatory challenger for Lamont Roach Jr. He's going to stay active on this card, but he's fighting a 10-round exhibition fight. So it's not going to go on neither guy's record. He's facing the Filipino fighter, Pagara. So I like it, though, because you get to stay active. I know he was in negotiations briefly with Lamont Roach, but we know Lamont Roach got the big fight with Tank Davis. So I like it. Stay active. Do a little 10-rounder. They do a lot of shows over there where guys will fight exhibitions. Like Michael Hunter, he lost actually a couple, like maybe 6 months ago. Michael Hunter fought over there and he lost, but it didn't go on his record. So this is cool. So he's staying active. I just wanted to point that out. So the WBA already ordered when Lamont Roach, if he win or lose right after his fight, he get to keep his WBA at 130, and he'll have a certain amount of time to fight this mandatory. So I had to put that out there for sure. All right, October 17th. This card right here is in Canada. You can catch it live on ESPN Plus. Eye of the Tiger Boxing. My man Mike in the building. Salute to you. So, Eye of the Tiger been doing a lot of good cards, you know what I'm saying, as of late. This card right here, you got some notable names. So, you got Arthur Bayazalov. He fights at 140. He's a good fighter. Southpaw. Like, he can get in the mix at 140. He right in the mix. Like, I think he's on that level where he can win a world title, you know what I'm saying, given the right opportunity. Good fighter. Steve Claggett is back. We know he just fought Lopez, gave a good effort, so he's back. Vanessa Lepage, Joannice, she just got knocked out by Carissa Shields, so she's coming back. Her fight is a catchweight 172, so that would kind of indicates that she's trying to get down to 68. So yeah, you got some solid names on the card, names that we recognize. What's that? Marino Federo. He's an up and coming prospect, so he's on that card too. So y'all check it out. It's gonna be on ESPN Plus. I think it starts at 6:00 on the East Coast. So if you guys want to tap in, feel free. All right, we'll keep it moving. All right, so Queensberry has a card. So it's an update on this card. So Sam Gilly. He's defending one of his, I think the Commonwealth title, super welterweight against Jack McGann. So this is a late replacement for Gilly. So it should be, we'll see. The touch and go right there. But these replacements sometimes can be tricky. So Queensberry Boxing, TNT Sports. Not sure we have a link in the US, but I keep one eye on that for sure. Here's a Salida Promotions card. It's going to be down in Puerto Rico. So Salida, really, if you guys keeping track at home, they got a big weekend of boxing. They got this card, and then they got Vladimir Shishkin the next night. We're going to talk about that. But here's a card they got set up in Puerto Rico. Joshua Pagan. He's going to face Haskell Rose. That's a late replacement. Rose coming in on short notice. A good light heavyweight fight. Juan Carrillo versus Lennon Castillo. So Carrillo got a couple of world rankings. I think WBO and IBF. And he's a good southpaw fighter. That should be a solid fight. And DeVale Smith, he's an up and coming prospect, tall and rangy out of Detroit. So you can catch this on DAZN. Salida Promotions has a deal with DAZN, so they've been putting on some shows and stuff like that. So feel free to tap in Friday night, get you some boxing in. So nice little segue to Vladimir Shishkin, right? So he's with Salida Promotions. He's going to defend. Well, he's going to fight for the vacant IBF title against William Skull in Germany. So I haven't seen US TV for this. I've been asking around. As far as I got is you're gonna need a VPN from Germany. So that's crazy. We need this fight for US. But I like this fight coming up. I know it's for the vacant title. A lot of people they don't know much about these guys, but I think it's a 50-50 fight. William Skull is a good athletic boxer from the Cuban school. He like to keep his range. He can box, got a good jab, athletic. He can give Shishin some problems with his speed. You know what I'm saying? And he's been the more active fighter. Now Shiskin had a fight recently, but it was easy money. You know what I'm saying? He's a he's a Russian type fighter, kind of upright with his work. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? He's a solid fighter. You know, I know he outboxed Jose Uzcategui. That's his best win. And he beat the other kid, the African kid. I forget his name right now, who just fought David Morrell last year. Abeku. He beat Abeku. That's one of two. William Skull don't really have a lot of good wins. I know he beat Shevchenko to win the IBF final eliminator, but other than that, he just been having some round the mill type of fight. So this is a step up for him, I believe. And but on paper and then looking at their skill set, I think it's 50-50. So William Skull is the home fighter. He's a Cuban-based fighter fighting in Germany, so he can that home cooking per se. And Shiskin, we're gonna see. I know Shiskin was in a training camp with Jake Paul, so I don't know what to make of that. You know what I'm saying? Because normally when you know guys in training camps with fighters, you like, okay, he getting some good work. But I don't know what to take from that. I don't know what he's doing. Is he? I don't know. So we're gonna see. But I like this fight though. Hopefully we get some US TV for sure. I'm about to ask Salida about that shit too. Bruce Gas in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So yeah, this is a good fight. And you know, 168 been popping recently. This is the IBF title left vacant by Canelo Alvarez. So just a little, you know, to give you guys a little something to think about. Y'all know every time we get an undisputed champion, the IBF be the first one to come get their belt. So we just got a new undisputed champion in Arthur Beterbiev, and he has an overdue IBF mandatory as well. Ain't nobody talking about it. His name is Michael Eifert. He beat John Pascal in March of 2023. So when they order that fight, when y'all see that fight get ordered, y'all already know what it is. You know, the IBF be coming to get this shit quick. All right, so moving on. All right, so we got this fight right here. This fight card is on Peacock. So if you guys got the app, feel free to tap in so we can watch in the US. You got Adam Azim versus Ohari Davies, 140 pounds. I like Ohari Davies. No, my bad. I like Adam Azim in this fight. Ohari Davies come off a bad knockout loss to Ismail Barasu. Now, he's a solid fighter, but I don't know what he was doing that night when he got knocked out in one round. I know Barasu can punch, but damn. He got long arms. You know, he can make fights ugly sometimes, but he got solid power. But I don't know. I don't trust him after that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Adam Azim, I like him, though. He's fast, tall, explosive. He's coming off an injury, so he's been out the ring for a little while, longer than expected. But he's just explosive. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to have a nice night. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good fight for him to look good. Hopefully he can get a bigger and better opponent. But I like Adam Azim in this fight. He should get a stoppage victory, honestly. But we're going to see. They got to fight the fights. He said he's been quiet since then. Who you talking about? Who been quiet? You talking about Ohari Davies? Yeah. So yeah, this is a tough matchup. Yo, we got the return of Anthony Yarde. Yo, I'm excited about this. He's doing like a little one fight deal with Boxer. You know, he's one of the favorite fighters and shit, right? He came up short in his 2 world title opportunities against Beterbiev and Kovalev, but I think he can win the title. I think he can win the title given the right opportunity. So he got to get in the mix because light heavyweight is looking good. You know what I'm saying? We just seen the undisputed fight last weekend. We got Morrell and Benavidez coming up, but Waxy is the WBO interim. That's the fight I want. So, this a real late replacement, a real late short notice opponent. I know Yard just got on the card maybe last week, and he's gonna face this guy Ralph Valcan. So I mean, I expect Anthony Yard to look like Anthony Yard and make a statement because we need him in the mix at 175. We need him in the mix. So I'm glad to see him back. You know what I'm saying? Glad to see him back. Azam nice with it. Yeah, he's fast. Oh yeah, okay. He's talking about O'Hara Davies. He took serious damage in that. Yeah, teaching the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Yeah, I don't trust Davies. I don't know. So here's some more names that's gonna be on that undercard. You got Dan Aziz on the card against Edmondson. That's a good fight, like heavyweight. McKinson, he's gonna fight in Binge, Talani Mbidge. That's a IBO title fight. Now, Michael McKinson was just in training camp with Jerron Boots Ennis. So, you know what I'm saying? You guys can take whatever you want to take from that. Janet Courtney is back, former world champion. Francisca Hennessy, she's funny. She be dancing and shit to the ring and shit. So, yo, make sure you guys tap in on Peacock. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be from the UK, but we got Peacock, so you guys will be able to tap in. I watched part of that Japanese card and fell asleep. You can go back and watch it if you missed anything. Go back and watch it. Both cards was good. Y'all can definitely be future champion. He world level now for sure. I agree with that. All right, keep it moving. So this is one of the ones that I really like. I think this might be the best fight of the weekend, maybe. But you got Juan Carrasco versus Zor Adalev. This is an IBF final eliminator for the number 2 spot. We know Williams Zepeda is number 1 across the board. So it's interesting when I seen this fight because Zor Adalev and Vasily Lomachenko has the same manager. And we know Lomachenko is contemplating retirement. So I'm putting the pieces together. Maybe his manager putting Zor Adalev in position to face, to maybe fight for a vacant title, which is smart because he know the play already. But this is going to be a good-ass fight, y'all. This is going to be a good-ass fight. I'm going to break it down. Not because it was boring, it's because of the time. Go back and watch the full thing. It was a lot of good shit. Upsets. Them top fighters was tough and solid. Some good fights. So this matchup right here, though, Carrasco versus Adalev, their styles match up real well because both guys are come forward, aggressive, high guard type of fighters. Like you hit me, then I hit you. Now, Zor Adalev may have better boxing skills. He probably can use the ring a little better. So he probably got a better pedigree. But Carrasco is the bigger puncher. This fight is going to be down in Australia, October the 19th. So I like this fight, though. I like it. You know, Zor Adalev been on the road since he lost to Devin Haney in 2019. So 5 years ago, and he's like, what? He won like 11, 12 fights in a row and beat some solid guys. So he's in position to fight for a world title. It's not going to be easy, but it's a hell of a fight. I'm thinking it's going to be on ESPN Knockout. I haven't seen any updates on US TV, but I'm going to find something for sure. Fender Bender, he said, I'm so glad I spent my time here. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Salute to you. Instead of Nesta, okay, you going to Nesta. Yes, sir. Tell Nesta, tell him to tap in. All right, so the biggest card of the weekend, PBC, Amazon Prime. So there's no pay-per-view. This is their first non-pay-per-view card right here. So we got Batum Matazaliev versus Tim Tszyu. We're gonna break it down. So on this undercard, I don't know if they're gonna have a prelim show, but I know Gary and Antonio Russell is on the undercard, maybe off TV. We have the heavyweight Denair Pero is on the undercard, but this is the televised portion. You got Tapia versus Servita. So Tapia is a middleweight, aggressive guy, Mexican, but he trains and lives in Australia. That's funny, right? He's a stablemate of Tim Tszyu. He's a good fighter. good puncher, strong. So that's a solid fight to open the show. Yo, Ennis Tellus versus Gonzalez. Yo, I love Tellus. Tellus, he kind of to me he's similar and got the style just like his stablemate David Morrell. Got the swag, Cuban background, can punch. He got some world rankings. Gonzalez is coming off a knockout loss to Jesus Ramos, and we're gonna see how he look, how he bounced back. But Tellus, he like that. I like him. Like he's a young fighter, up and coming. He can be world champion down the line once these guys move out the way, or maybe before. Who knows? So hit the like button. I appreciate that, bro. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. More Tyler ain't no pushover. Nah, he ain't. He ain't. So I like this fight though. The matchup is pretty solid. Batim Zaliev is a lot of people probably ain't seen him fight. Probably only seen bits and pieces, but he come from the same school as Sergey Kovalev. That's his he's a protege of Kovalev. So he got that type of style, boxer puncher. If you get in his face and rough him up, he don't really do well. But he's at long range and mid range, he's dangerous. He got solid power. I know he's been under the radar, but he won the vacant title. He went to Germany to beat Jack Koke. Now that was a tough fight for both guys. Early in that fight, Koke was applying a lot of pressure. If you go back and watch that on YouTube, you can probably see some ways that Tim Tszyu can be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going to the body, pushing him back, and he was having success. Mortalov came back and ended up stopping Koke late, but he had to dig that shit out though. You feel me? And that was a good fight for him. But we'll see if he can make adjustments fighting another pressure fighter that's better and bigger than Jack Koke. Now Tim Tszyu coming off a loss, but nobody really tripping off that because we know he suffered a bad cut and he still fought his heart out. So nobody's tripping about him getting a world title shot coming off a loss. So y'all see how shit work. It depends on the person. But I like the fight though. And I think Tim Tszyu is deserving. I think he's a good fighter. Still a top 5 guy at 154. I like the pressure that he applies. I like that he's a good boxer puncher. He understands range and distance. Catch and shoot. His catch and shoot game is nice. So he gonna apply a lot of pressure on Matazaliev, who can box, but will he will under the pressure? We're gonna see. But I think Taliev is actually the bigger puncher. But Tim Tszyu is probably the more sturdier guy. Probably got the more work rate and probably got the better tactics. What I mean by that, cutting the ring off, you know what I'm saying, catch and shoot, going to the body type shit. So, and Mutazaliev don't go to the body as much. So we're gonna see. I think it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Big stuff on the horizon for Tim Tszyu. Big fights for him. If he win, get that IBF, maybe a Crawford, maybe a Fundora, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a Lubin, maybe even Charlo, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Mutazaliev, now, if he go crazy, he gonna have big fights on the horizon for him too. So we're gonna see, man. It's a good weekend of boxing, you know what I'm saying? So there's no pay-per-views this weekend, so everybody should be good to go. And you got boxing on every different platforms too. I like that. And I'm taking Tim Tszyu for the win. I think Tim Tszyu win. I think he probably win a decision, maybe late stoppage, but we'll see. I like Tim to do work this Saturday. Good style for Tim. Yeah, he don't move his head and drop. Yep, I'm with you on that. Costa coming to the fight for the first time. That's what's up. Yes, sir. Keith Thurman gonna be commentating this card too. He used a lot of shots. Yeah, he did. I'm telling you. Early in that fight, he did. 10 more were around it. Yeah, I agree with that too. I don't have a pull every day. Yes, sir. Tell him tap in. I got him covered. So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Good fight week. Hopefully everybody can be able to tap in with it. You guys can go to my website, ldusboxing.com, and you can tap in with the schedule if you forget anything. Yeah, so we're gonna be good to go. We rocking and rolling with this boxing shit. So I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Like I mentioned, you can tap in on my social media scrolling across the bottom, Twitter, Instagram. And I appreciate your guys' time. I appreciate you guys' time. And I'm out. Holler at you guys.